Hey guys, Benny here. Some of you might know me as the Comic Historian. Some of you call me Eligible Monster, even though that's not ever been my actual name. I never took that name in this channel. That was always meant to be the name of the channel where Natalie and I did our thing. But here I am, sitting here talking to you about the state of the Eligible Monster gaming channel. Now, for longtime viewers, and I don't even know how many of you guys are actually left at this point because we haven't done that content forever, know that this channel started off as honestly just a Let's Play channel that Natalie and I did on the side. When I got out of the military, we needed a hobby. We played a lot of video games. We thought it would be cool to do that. Then I discovered the love of YouTube, started making various series. We then became known for doing lore because I started to dive into the lore of Metal Gear Solid, which people enjoyed, and then we started doing Assassin's Creed, Kingdom Hearts, Zelda, BioShock. We picked the games that we loved, and we just dived into explaining the lore behind those games. Then when we kind of did all the majority big stuff with that lore stuff, we kind of tried to move on to other games to do lore with, but the problem with that was nobody cares about the lore in Mario. Nobody cares about the lore in random game A. Heck, we couldn't even do like Infamous and have it get a lot of views or anything like that. No one really cared or wanted to deep dive into those games. The list of games that people wanted to deep dive into was pretty small when you actually look at it. And there's a lot of them, but once you deep dive into a whole bunch of the information and lore behind them, what do you do then? Like that's where we're at. Like, what do we do after we've deep dived into all the games that have convoluted lore? There's not much else for us to do at that point. So what we did was we transitioned the channel to be more pop culturally related. We jumped on the bandwagon of making gaming lists, and we decided to put together our own list, and we thought that that would be cool and that would be fun. And we were kind of ahead of a lot of the people who were doing it, but very quickly, whole channels for gaming lists showed up. Like when we did it, we did one a week, and like there were some channels that did that as well, maybe one a week or one a month, but now there's whole channels with lists for video games. How do you compete with that? We can't compete with that. We can't do a list every day. It's me and Natalie on this channel. That's what it is. It's the two of us having fun. So the next plan was to do gaming comic books over there and kind of make it like another hub for the comic story and stuff. And that kind of worked, but at the same time, no one cared about some of those comics. Like Gears of War, no one cared about that. We did Deus Ex, however you want to pronounce it. No one cared about that. So the last plan, the latest plan we had after all that was to bring Rob in and then just kind of do it all. Do a list, do a lore, and do a comic all in 1 week. And that didn't help either. And what we quickly discovered is we were working our butts off to try and grow a channel, and we kept comparing it to the growth rates and the success of Comic Historian and Manga Historian, and it was very difficult because gaming content in general on YouTube is almost impossible to break into unless you have your own like secret niche thing that no one else does, which is very difficult for us to do because we don't have that. I mean, I like to say that I'm a funny guy, but the fact of the matter is I'm not a comedian, you know? I can't go looking up random lists every day and spend 12 hours of my day looking at research to put together an amazing list or something like that. We don't have the time for that because we are managing Comic Historian and Manga Historian, and the competition in the gaming market is just so fierce at this point, it's impossible. So we were talking and we thought, you know what? Why don't we just go back to having fun with this channel? Because the fun for us in this channel went away a long time ago. Like about a year or so ago when it stopped being like, oh, what are we gonna do today? It's gonna be a blast. And it turned more into what game's coming out that we can go focus on and make a video about and try to figure out how it's gonna market. All the fun went away. So what Natalie and I were thinking is just kind of going back to me and her playing games, her nagging me while I play the game, and we make montages out of it. Maybe a couple times a week, maybe once a week, whenever we're having fun. The fun of our games we put back up on there. And maybe we'll take advantage of some of the connections we made on YouTube with the people that we do know who want to collaborate with us on this channel to help it grow. And that's what we want to know. What would you guys like to, do you guys want to see at this point, just me and Natalie just playing games again? Just you name a game, we can act out the characters like we did with our old school Skyrim thing, or we can just be idiots like we used to do with like our Resident Evil series and stuff like that that people actually enjoyed. If that's the kind of thing you're into, let me know in the comments down below what game you think would be interesting to see us playing together, either on a competitive nature or just an open world game like the Conan Exiles game or something like that where we can mess around. Let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see us do or play. If not, and you would rather see us do lists and things like that, well then give us an idea what you're looking for. Because we're in a unique position. We have 2 other successful channels. So we don't have to play the game of always doing what's going to hit the YouTube algorithm. we can actually cater this channel to what you guys would be willing to watch, instead of us just doing something and you guys being like, oh, why did you make that? We don't care. Well, that's what we can do. We can make videos that you guys would want to watch. Do you want to see us goofing around in Grand Theft Auto, Conan Exiles? Do you want to see us messing around on various games that we play? We can do that. But I want to know what you guys think, because otherwise this channel is just going to kind of sit here like it is right now, because we're moving all the comic books over to the main Comic Storian channel, and Natalie's doing a lot of her voiceover work over on Manga Storian. If you were unaware of that, we have a channel where we basically do the Comic Storian idea, but with manga. We read over mangas, and mangas is not the plural for that, but we recap manga, and she's doing a bunch of the series over there, so you can go check her out still on that end. We also do Twitch occasionally, but there's no set schedule for that, so that's just twitch.tv/eligible monster if you want the gaming content. But overall, I just want to let you guys know where we're at with this channel. It's very difficult to grow a gaming channel. It's nearly impossible, and that's where we stand with all of this. So let me know what you guys think, and I will look in the comments down below, and we'll chat with you, and we'll figure out a plan together.